All right, welcome to the game here at Candlin Sports Arena here in Chicago for the Rockets and St. Peter's. You heard right, St. Peter's in St. Louis, south from St. Louis. Face-off goes to St. Peter's in control. St. Peter's skates it in. Sullivan there, now to field. Circles behind the net, he sends it up to Hansen. Now St. Peter's has it in the neutral zone. St. Peter's takes it into the zone again, skates around a couple guys. Shot, balances off the post. Rockets send it back towards the neutral zone. DeBro's right there. DeBro's, he's got two in front of him still. Shot, glove saved, and then deflected out in front. Rockets get another shot, now to field with the shot, goes wide left. St. Peter's trying to get it out of the zone now. They skate up through the neutral zone. DeField loses an edge or something there. Now shot goes wide left. DeField now sends it up to Repa. Now Boschert. No, that's not Boschert. That's Repa. He centers it to Repa. Tries to slow St. Peter's down, but they can't quite get there. Shot goes up and left. That's going to be icing on the Rockets with 10:09 left in the first period. He's going to bring the face-off to the other end. You got Ing, Sedlicek, and Salmons in on offense. Face. No icing. The Rockets keep it down in the end. Salmons goes after it. Sedlicek with the puck. He centers it, but nobody's there. Ing skates over to get the puck. Malin Smith skates up and keeps it in the zone. Now Boschert after it. Boschert's playing defense right now, which I've never seen. Malin Smith puts the wheels on and gets in front of that puck just in time. Now Malin Smith with some speed through the neutral zone. He's skating fast. Takes it by himself, looks to get a shot, and does so, and it goes in. Malin Smith with the goal with 8:53 left in the first period. Malin Smith took that from one side of the ice to the other to get the goal. The Rockets come out with the early lead. Face-off, won by the Rockets, sent back to Mongi. Over to DeBro. He passes up to Sullivan. Sullivan's got a chance here. He tries to get a shot off. He gets back, gets a stick on it. Hansen sends it deep. Gets on net. Sullivan's right there. And they call the puck dead. Sullivan on the face-off. He wins the face-off, sends it back over to Mongi at the point. He skates after it, sends it deep into the zone. Maybe a trip they didn't call. DeField holds it on the blue line. Now to Sullivan, to Hansen. Hansen back to Sullivan. DeBro's sitting right in front of the net, waiting for the puck. He sends it back to the field, who sends one, but didn't quite get all of it, so it just flutters in front for St. Peter's to pick up. It's going to be icing on St. Peter's. Rockets go with the new line, so does St. Peter's. Face-off back on the other end with 7:45 left in the period. O'Donnell in on the face-off. The Rockets control the face-off back to Brown, playing defense. We've got some different lines today for sure. Brown loses the puck. O'Hara back here. St. Peter's skates around. Can't get a shot off. O'Hara did a good job of pushing him outside. Repa after the puck from the English pass. Repa looking to center it. Had English in front of the net. The Rockets keep it in the zone, barely. Now Brown, tries, skates around. Now O'Hara sends it back in deep, and the Rockets go for a line change. O'Donnell and Brown battling for the puck. It pops out, and St. Charles heads after it. Shot from the right circle, sniped it over the shoulder of Watson right there for St. Peter's goal with 6:21 left in the first. That was quite a shot there. Salmon's on the face-off. Settle a check on the left wing and Ing on the right wing. Malin Smith and Boschert in on defense. Icing on St. Peter's. It's going to bring the puck to the other side of the ice. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Boschert sends it around the corner. Ing chases after it. Salmon's shot. And held by St. Peter's. Salmon's almost gets his first goal of the year right there. And the Rockets are going to change it up, bring in 5 new guys, 5 new people. Monge in on defense, DeField and Monge on defense. DeBro, Hansen, and Sullivan in on the offensive line. Face-off controlled by St. Peter's. Monge sends it across the ice. St. Peter's comes away with it into the neutral zone. St. Peter's from the slot. It bounces off of Monge's foot, I think, and goes into the net. Watson didn't have a chance on that one because it bounced right in front of him. Just how it goes sometimes. It's going to give St. Peter's another goal to go up 2-1 with 5:13 left in this first period. Face-off controlled by St. Peter's. Past the red line. They pass it up into the zone. DeField chases after it. Mongy to DeBro, back to Sullivan. He passes over to Hansen. Then it's intercepted by St. Peter's. St. Peter's centers up, but the field's right there. St. Peter's holds the line again. The field rips it around to Hansen. Now Sullivan pushes it up. They wave icing on the play. 4:20 left in the period. St. Peter's sends it back the other way into the neutral zone. That will be an icing. Repa, O'Donnell, and English in on the offensive line with Brown and O'Hara in on defense. Face-off, controlled by the Rockets. Oh, Most had a good shot there, or had a chance there. O'Hara steps up, pinches, but then St. Peter's ends up with the puck. Now St. Peter's shot goes wide right. Shot from the point. Brown deflects it in front, and then St. Peter's is right in front of the net again. No goal. No goal. They blow it dead. I don't know why they blew the whistle on that one, but the Rockets are going to get away with something there. O'Donnell wins the faceoff, then St. Peter's gets it. St. Peter's with a shot right in front of the net. Shot off the side of the net. Check over there that didn't go called. It was kind of backed into it just a little bit. I guess wasn't a real check. Battling for the puck in the corner. Back to the point for St. Peter's. Shot deflects off two guys but goes left. Repa battles in the corner. St. Peter's wins and sends it back in. Shot goes wide left. Brown goes after it. Rockets need to clear the zone. Shot deflected in front by O'Hara. The Rockets go for a line change, and they do clear the zone. Now Salmon's with it. He turns around. Maybe some interference there. The Rockets lose the zone, but get the puck back and send it back in again. It's going to be offsides on the Rockets with a minute 40 left. Minute 40 left in the period. The Rockets had a good exchange there. Salmon's in. Salmon, Sedlicek, and Ing, Boschert, and Malin Smith in on the play. Face-off won by St. Peter's. Shot by Sedlicek goes wide right. Sent back deep again by Malin Smith. Malin Smith again sends it in. Sedlicek goes after it. Now Ing. And the Rockets are offsides there. A minute 7 left in the first period. Face-off controlled by St. Peter's. So they send it the other end of the ice for an icing. Monge wins the face-off back to Monge. DeField shoots. Hansen gets a stick on it, but it ends up going wide right instead into the net. Back to DeField. He sends it deep again. .30 35 seconds left in the period. DeField sends it in deep again. St. Peter's sends it in deep. .15 seconds left in the period. And the Rockets clear the zone. Should bring the period to an end here. And that's the end of the period. I'm going to try and reset this. It looks kind of like it's stuttering, so I'm going to try to stop and restart this recording just for everybody's knowledge. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. Doesn't look like it though. Rockets need a defensive line before we can start the period here. DeField, O'Hara now at center. He's switching from defense. We got Malin Smith and English back on defense now. Guess that experiment didn't work too well. Man, this is super choppy. I apologize. Rockets clear the zone. Or I'm sorry, St. Peter's clears it. Now St. Peter's heads past the blue line. English gets a stick on it. And then Malin Smith falls on the shot to bring a face-off here in the Rockets zone. 11:34 left. Face-off controlled by St. Peter's. They send it across the ice. Rockets battling for the puck. They come away with it. They send it back into the neutral zone. DeField goes after it, and now Sullivan. And they're going to call no penalty. Puck sitting around DeField now in front with it. He passes it back to Malin Smith, who rips one through and bounces off the stick of St. Peter's. Yeah, they wave icing, I guess. Now St. Peter's sends it into the zone. Malin Smith gets a stick on it. Now Brown tripped. And they're going to call the first penalty of the game here with 9:51 left in the second period. Tripping on St. Peter's is going to send her to the box for a minute and a half. Not yet. The Rockets can't quite hold the line. Now the Rockets head the other way. Pass over to Brown, who's at the center of the ice. He's got two guys in front of him. He shoots it. It goes wide left. Puck now in the corner. Brown sends it to O'Hara at the point. O'Hara over to Monge. Monge skates up, shoots it. And Brown and Sullivan are right there. It looks like Sullivan with the goal. Monge with the assist. First shot, I don't know, maybe he didn't get the assist, but Monge from the point, and then Rockets were there to clean it up and get their second goal of the game with 9:14 left in the second period. DeBro at center. The Rockets changing it up again. Now Ing is on defense with Monge. Hansen. Got Hansen, Repa, and O'Donnell in. From the point, Hansen tried to get there, but then Ing now with the puck. Up to Hansen, who just misses it. Puck sent into the zone. It's going to be offsides on St. Peter's where they got caught doing a line change. And bring the face off to center ice here. Now Salmons and English in on defense. Back to English off the face off. Now Bosher, wave, no offsides, shot, gets held up in front. English chases after it. The field goes through about the whole team of St. Peter's here. Yes, it was offsides. I didn't really see what they called. DeField, O'Donnell, and Boschert now in, with English and Salmons on defense. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Boschert takes it inside the zone. Boschert in the corner. Battle in the corner. Rockets come away with it. Boschert sends it towards the net. The Rockets trying to pound it in, but whistle is blown, or goalie covers, and everybody goes for a line change. Malin Smith and Ing now on defense. DeBro, Sullivan, and Brown come in on offense. The puck goes back to Ing at the point. She sends it over to Malin Smith, who shoots one. It goes high, and then glove save by the St. Peter's goalie. Malin Smith, well, he wasn't happy about that. He wanted that one to go. Face-off control by the Rockets, sent back to Malin Smith. He hits it again. He shoots it high again, and it goes over the top of the net. The Rockets looking to get back control of the puck. Back to Ing at the point. She sends it immediately. Bounces off the skate of a St. Peter's guy in front of the net and goes right. Now DeBro in the corner. DeBro sends it back to Malin Smith. Malin Smith sends it over to Ing. Ing steps up. She sends it low, and it's deflected out in front by St. Peter's and goes right. Center pass. The Rockets can't connect. Now Malin Smith again sends one. Now right in front of the net. Brown's right there. They can't get the puck to get. They can't get a good shot off between Brown and Sullivan. Puck goes to the left, and now St. Peter's has got it. They can't get it out of the zone fast enough, and they finally do. Malin Smith picks it up in the neutral zone, reverses direction, and they head right, almost back in. All 5 Rockets right there in the corner. Now Malin Smith backs off. St. Peter's sends the puck towards the Rockets' goal. Malin Smith picks it up, skates behind the net. 5:55 left in the period. Malin Smith passes it up to Sullivan. Maybe too many men on the ice. And they're going to call a penalty. All right, the Rockets are going to get a power play here with 5:45 left in the period. It's going to be too many men on the ice for St. Peter's. Repa sends it around, tries to get it to Sedlicek. Intercepted by St. Peter's. St. Peter's heads the other way. O'Donnell with a good back check. Sends it back into the neutral zone. Actually, Monge ends up sending it back into the neutral zone. St. Peter's picks up the puck, skates behind their own net. And they clear the zone. Now Monge sends it, tries to send it back, intercepted. Monge now passes it up to Sedlicek. And now Repa looks to shoot it. He passes it over to O'Donnell instead of taking the shot. The Rockets keep it inside the zone. Sedlicek trying to get there. And still right on the line. Rockets keep it in the zone. English now with the puck. He skates up, shoots it, and it goes wide right. O'Donnell battling for it in the corner. Now centered. English holds it in. Now they are able to get it out of the zone. And we're back at full strength. Power play's over. And it's going to be icing on St. Peter's. No, icing on the Rockets. .403 left in the second period. Scores all tied up. Ing to DeField. DeField sends it into the neutral zone, but St. Peter's is able to hold the zone. Now Salmon skates behind the net. He passes it to DeField off the boards. Offsides on the Rockets, but they don't call it. DeField's battling for the puck in the corner. Gets sent up. Now, Bosher keeps it in the zone, but St. Peter's is heading back the other way. Bosher on the back check. Salmon sends it up the ice into the neutral zone. It goes to the other end, no icing. Bosher's skating after it. They waved the icing. It did end up going all the way down. Now O'Hara with the puck. Behind the net, they try to do a wraparound. Couple shots, both deflected out in front. Coach calling to get it to the point. Malin Smith now has it at the point. He sends it back. Now over to Monge. Monge shoots it and it's deflected in front. Now Monge again at the point. He sends one, gets deflected out in front. Sullivan now with the puck. DeBro and Brown in front of the net. Pass gets deflected. And now St. Peter's sends it into the neutral zone. Everybody gets back on sides and the Rockets go to head to try to send it back in, but then lose the puck and St. Peter's is right there to take it in. A minute 50 left in the period. St. Peter's center to Monge, or Malin Smith, sorry. Or maybe it was Monge, then Malin Smith with the puck after that. St. Peter's back check. Now Brown, he's got two guys in front of him. He's skating the other way. He's got help too. Sullivan's right there. It's centered to Sullivan more or less accidentally. And they're going to blow the whistle dead because I think there was two Rockets laying on top of the puck. Minute 14 left in the second. Salmons and English in on defense. Sedlicek, O'Donnell, and Hansen in on offense. Up to the point, Salmon sends it over to English. English sends it deep. Oh, yeah! English gets one through. English skates up, gets a shot, and it goes through a couple guys and past the goalie for a goal. Same line still in. Face-off sent back to English. English sends it to the center of the ice.
I'm so surprisingly excited to see him right now.
Salmons picks up the puck and then loses it behind the net. St. Peter's centers it from the right circle but can't get a shot off. Now O'Donnell. And that'll end the second period with the Rockets up 3-2. Ready to start the third period here with O'Donnell, Boschert, and DeField in on offense. Ing and English in on defense. Shot goes in front of the net. O'Hara, did I say O'Donnell? It's O'Hara. Now shot by Boschert right in front of the net, gets deflected by the, or gets defended by the goalie or blocked by the goalie.
Yeah, Jack! Help him!
O'Hara keeps it inside the line.
Yes, Alyssa! Good job! Good play.
No offsides called. Now St. Peter's is heading the other way, but Ing's right there. She keeps it from going any deeper. Rockets to the center ice. St. Peter's is right there. Now the Rockets again stop the puck from going anywhere. DeField picks it up. He sends it across the ice. O'Hara's right there. Battles for the puck, and now he's got a guy. Boschert's right there in front of the net, but can't connect on the shot. Now DeField again. He sends it over to Malin Smith, who slaps it hard. It's deflected a couple times in front, but goes right of the net. 10:25 left in the third. Malin Smith again.
Yes!
Able to keep it in. And they call a penalty. I'm not sure what Malin Smith was doing there. It was a little aggressive for sure. St. Peter's not happy with the call there. Just they think it should probably be a game misconduct because there was a couple punches thrown, I think. What? Rockets bringing a new line with Salmons, Brown, DeBro at center. Can't tell who the other player is. Now DeBro, he's got it by himself. He tries to make a move and loses the puck. The Rockets keeping it in the right side of the ice right now. Now Salmon skates after it. Center pass. The Rockets send it out to the point. Shot goes to the wide left. And now sent back around the horn. 23 seconds left in the penalty. Shot. The Rockets able to get it out of the zone. Now Brown with the puck. He's got a chance to get a shot off here, but loses the puck from a stick by St. Peter's. Now St. Peter's sends it around the horn. Salmons pinches up. Salmons uses his body to keep it in. Power play is over. That's going to be offsides on the Rockets with 8:21 left in the period. Got Boschert, O'Hara, and DeField in on offense, with Mongi and Ing in on defense. O'Hara rips a shot. It goes wide right over the goalie's glove. Pass across the ice. Now O'Hara with it. He sends it to the point. Mongi immediately shoots it. More like a pass to DeField. They're right there. DeField. Boschert with the shot and goal with 7:58 left in the game is going to give the Rockets a 2-goal lead here, which is nice to have for sure. Face-off controlled by St. Peter's. They send it through the neutral zone into the Rockets zone. Mongi skates after it. Pass is centered. Bounces off of Watson, and then Rockets send it out into the other end of the ice.
Hold it, get clear!
Hey, wait. They don't call offsides on that. It was offsides big time. Maybe not big time, but he was definitely offsides. Now Boschert sends it across the ice over to O'Hara. O'Hara enters the zone, stops, puts the brakes on, then centers it to DeField. Great pass, but DeField couldn't get a shot off. Now St. Peter's sends it along the boards again. Puck ends the other side of the ice where Malin Smith picks it up. He's got some speed. He sends it up to Salmons. Salmons centers it. Rockets all in front of the net there trying to get the puck out. And Watson makes a glove save, but then falls out of the glove, and now the Rockets are heading back the other way. It's Hansen. He shoots it and goes wide right. St. Peter's without a stick. And they call interference on, I guess, on St. Peter's. Yeah, they're going to call interference on St. Peter's with 6:04 left in the third period. It's going to give the Rockets a power play here. O'Donnell sends it in. The Rockets chase after it. St. Peter's is right there. Hansen sends it towards the net. It bounces off the goalie. Now Ing steps up from the point. She just sends it deep. Repa and chases after it. Now to Hansen. Hansen sends it back to Repa. O'Donnell puts the brakes on. St. Peter's gets there. Then English sends it up towards Sullivan. Sullivan skates through two guys. He tries to center it, but St. Peter's is right there. Now from St. Peter's to the point. It's sent across, and the Rockets intercept it and send it into the neutral zone. And they wave offsides on the Rocket. They don't wave it, they just don't call it. He's there, Sullivan goes after it, raises the stick, good job there. Now back to English at the point. He sends it over to Ing. She sent it deep, but St. Peter's comes away with it. English gets a stick on it, slows the puck down, but St. Peter's gets it back again. Then the Rockets send it deep into the zone. O'Hara chases after it, skates by it. Now St. Peter's heads into the neutral zone. DeField picks up the puck behind the net. He sends it around, tries to pass it. That's going to be icing on the Rockets. 3 left in the third. O'Hara in at center with DeField, Monge, Boschert. Control the face-off. DeField with it. He sends it into the neutral zone. And it's going to be offsides on St. Peter's. Oop.
Was he excited?
He was like confused.
The Rockets. It's going to be offsides on St. Peter's. O'Hara chases after the puck. He's got Boschert right there. He passes to Boschert. Boschert can't quite get turned around enough to get a shot off, but now O'Hara's there. Center pass. He shoots it from the slot. And the goalie covers. Rockets come in with 5 new folks. O'Donnell, DeBro, Repa, Salmons, and English in on the play. Oh, Salmons just misses the line there.
There you go. Oh.
The Rockets avert one there. And they're going to call...
Let's go, Kelly.
It's going to be a penalty on English, it looks like. 2:08 left in the game. The Rockets get a brand new line.
He's definitely harder to find.
Minute 30 penalty here with 2:08 left in the game. Salmon sends it up the ice and almost clears the zone, but doesn't. Now Salmon's behind the net. O'Hara picks up the puck. He bounces off. No goal. No goalie here. Sorry. O'Hara sends it back in. O'Hara shoots at the open net. Gets deflected in front and goes left. Now O'Hara again. O'Hara tries to get that. Power play's now over. And offsides on St. Peter's with 30 seconds left in the game. Englishing and on defense. Boschert, O'Hara at center, and DeField to finish the game off here. DeField with the puck. He flips it up into the zone. St. Peter's is right there, still open net. And that's going to be offsides. Offsides on the Rockets with 19 seconds left in the game. St. Peter's heads the other way. And with 8 seconds, they're going to call offsides. You can tell this, hopefully it's not as bad for you guys as it looks for me, but it's really choppy. It's not really choppy, it's just stuttering. Choppy, stuttering, I guess probably the same thing. Face off, won by St. Peter's, shot, and saved by Watson with 1.2 seconds left in the game. One more face-off here. And that'll end the game. Rockets are going to come away with third place in the tournament. The 2-2 record to finish it off in Chicago. We'll see everybody